I grew up seeing things a little differently, appearing, disappearing, hardly innocent nor tied down to the ground. I learned to roll and tumble with the punches, glory in my stripes and spots, walk by invisible and never make a sound. But heavy is the crown that's always hidden, tender. There is the heart you never see, hard and fast. Shines the grin that we flash, but there's a vulnerable stripe or two on me. Maybe any place outside of Wonderland is not for me, my friend. If I leave my grin behind, remind me that we're all mad here, and it's okay. Sun up, sundown, the shadows hide me down in Wonderland. Wonderland, nobody knows the way, but if you find it in your dreams, you can find it at your day job, somewhere south of hell. Take the path to left or right with just your gut to guide you. The story is not for anyone else to tell. Go down the rabbit hole and out the other side. You can't go home in the middle of the magic carpet ride. You gotta greet the sun before his lovely daughter moon. You can't forsake the journey for the safety of your room until you learn to see and hear everybody loud and clear, but the truth comes down in riddles that are safe enough to share. That's how it is in songs, you see, and stripes always looked good on me, whether or not I'm really there. Smile hangs in the heavy is the burden of the wise ones, when no one understands a word they say. The Jabberwock never bothered anyone, but nobody believes him to this day. Hey, and why should they? If I leave my grin behind, remind me that we're all mad here, and it's okay. Sun up, sundown, the shadows find me out in Wonderland, Wonderland. Nobody knows the way, but if you find it in your dreams, you can find it at your day job, somewhere south of hell. Take the path to left or right with just your gut to guide you. The story is not for anyone else to tell. The sun before his lovely daughter moon. You can't forsake the journey for the safety of your room until you learn your lesson well. Learn your lesson well. Learn your lesson well. Is it the stripes or the spots you see? Was it hearts or diamonds, baby, brought you here to me? Darling, you know better than to trust a pack of cards. What have we learned? The world is never as mad as it could be. Never as mad as it could be. If I leave my grin behind, remind me that we're all mad here, and it's okay. I promise. If I leave my grin behind, remind me that we're all mad here, and it's okay. If I leave my grin behind, remind me that we're all mad here, and it's okay. If I leave my grin behind, remind me that we're all mad here, and it's okay.
When the devil is too busy and death's a bit too much, they call on me by name, you see, for my special touch. To the gentlemen, I'm misfortune. To the ladies, I'm surprise. But call me by any name, anyway, it's all the same. I'm the fly in your soup, I'm the pedal in your shoe, I'm the bee beneath your bed, I'm the bump on every head, I'm the heel on which you slip, I'm the pin in every head, I'm the thorn in your side, makes you wriggle and ride. And it's so easy when you're evil. This is the life you see, the devil tips his hat to me. I do it all because I'm evil, and I do it all for free. The devil tips his hat to me. I do it all because I'm evil, and I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need. I pledge my allegiance to all things dark, and I promise on my damned soul to do as I am told. Lord Beelzebub has never seen a soldier quite like me. Not only does his job, but does it happily. I'm the fear that keeps you awake. I'm the shadows on the wall. I'm the monsters they become. I'm the nightmare in your skull. I'm a dagger in your back, an extra turn upon the rack. I'm the quivering of your heart, a stabbing pain, a sudden start. And it's so easy when you're evil. This is the light you see. The devil tips his hat to me. I do it all because I'm evil, and I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need, and I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need, and I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need. It gets so lonely being evil. What I'd do to see a smile, even for a little while. And no one loves you when you're evil. I'm lying through my teeth. Your tears are all the company I need.
Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. If I show you, then I know you won't tell what I said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Why do you smile like you've been told a secret? Now you're telling lies 'cause you have sworn to keep it. But no one keeps a secret. No one keeps a secret. Why, when we do our darkest deeds, do we tell? They burn and our brains become a living hell. 'Cause everybody tells, everybody tells. Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. If I show you, then I know you won't tell what I said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Look into my eyes, now you're getting sleepy. Are you hypnotized by secrets that you're keeping? I know what you're keeping. I know what you're keeping. Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. If I show you, then I know you won't tell what I said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Allison? Yes, Catherine? I have something I want to tell you, but you have to promise never to tell anyone. I promise. Do you swear on your life? I swear on my life. You swore you'd never tell. You swore you'd never tell. You swore you'd never tell. You swore you'd never If I showed you, then no, you won't know what I said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Yes, two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Yes, two can keep a secret if one of us is dead.
How do you stop right there? I see you're trying to fool me. I'm the god of hyper death. That could be your last breath. I'm excited to fight you, so I'll turn your heart blue, orange, yellow, purple to a greener cyan. Charlotte Bear is my sibling. I really care for them. Found them in a golden ring. I was their savior then. It's not hard to get along. I am used to humans, even if I think it's wrong. Since someone's captured you, they follow the thick and thin. And here until the end, I promise you that I'll win. You only must defend. Charlotte says that you stay here to break the barrier, but I don't believe them there. They think it's scarier. He's a broken skeleton, and your life has to end. I can save your life somehow, and it's time anyhow. When they're blue, you must stay still. For orange, you must move. Purple is a dancing song. When green, you cannot move. Yellow means you shoot me back. Hope your memories intact. Cyan, I must save for last. It's my final attack. You keep sparing on purpose, fight determined to be friendly. You don't give up, it's astounding. Your hopes and dreams are burning bright. You're almost as cool as me, but still not my OC. You could be one awesome friend. Your broken soul vomits. Here, try and dodge this. No way can I miss. You are filled with amazement. I am a god, well, maybe one day I'll live up to my potential. As real, my name. I just might spare you. This line feels reused. I offer mercy, you. Wait, what is this? You came back, you want to have a date. But flirting, you have a knack. It seems you cannot wait. You're making me embarrassed. My face is really hot. The one thing I'm not good at. No, don't pet my ear, stop. You two are cute honchos. Know this human. If you hurt him, I'll kill. RL, well, that was weird, but please offer mercy, human. Although you tried appeasing me, you're not my type. I am really sorry. We can't be friends, so don't worry. Here is my cell phone number, so call me. I can't believe I befriended a human who's as nice and cool as you. It's so awesome, it's amazing. Your determination led to friendship. Thank you so much for your kindness. I'm scared about the inevitable. Carry on now and be cautious, human. I hope that we cross paths again.
2, 3, 4. A human child from above falls down, running away to the city underground. Yes, I'm sure I've always been this way, just a crazy patched up megalomaniac. The cults are making me their family, talking about
please answer back. Count the flowers, 5, 2, 4. 10 children, life children, it'll be easy. Quickly, quickly, let's decide now, so we can make it above and be happy. I like the flowers and we will combine. Hey, what's up, Azria? Are you terrified? I'm not too sure about this crazy scheme, but I will save the underground as a team.
Saving all the monsters in the underground, underground, in the underground. We break through the barrier and then find out the humans are all closing in. Run now, run now.
Let's kill them all and we'll be able to save the underground. Let's just run away, get all safe and sound. Hold on, please don't hurt them, we're not here to kill. Destruction, protection, oh they think we're evil. In a panic they shoot us with arrows. Just like that they struck the final blow. Crying and shouting, I don't wanna die. Monster kind, humankind, no difference to find. Playing on the flowers where we're lying. We're all alone from now on, slowly dying.
The 2 children are now dead and gone, dead and gone, they are dead and gone. But there's someone new in the underground. A human child from above falls down, falls down.
Right, right, here we are. Right, right, still stuck down here. Right, right, yes, I told you there's so much genocidal megalomaniac. Hey, 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 stop, hold on, wait just a minute. Cross the line, change your mind, no, not this time. You don't wanna give me your soul. Don't make sense when you don't wanna control. Count the bodies, 5, 2, 4. Evil 1, prison 1, let's kill everyone. Hey, about him, and then we can do this all over again. Choo, 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 la, 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 da, ya, 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 da, da. Choo, 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 la, 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 da, ya, 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 da, da. It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. On days like these, kids like I should be burning. Turn around, kid, it'd be a crime if I had to go back on that promise that I made for you. So don't step over that line or else, partner, you're gonna have a bad time. Cause humans like you don't play by the rules, and humans like me, it ain't easy to be played for fools. So fill a room with your genocidal infection. Let's go, my reflection. Go ahead and try to kill me if you're able. At this point you figured mercy's off the table. I can tell you're getting really sick of trying, but just like you, I come back after dying. You're not gonna win, we'll be here together, killing each other in this judgment hall forever. Every time you kill me, I come back better. With every try, my determination grows stronger. I know you're made of This is who we are, this is why we fight. As humans we are naturally bound to genocide. You killed my brother without giving him a glance. You're the reason I hate our kind without giving them a chance. Go ahead and try to kill me if you're able. I'm just gonna keep on coming back to play, yeah. You think that you can spare me like I'm someone, when you didn't spare Ray, so get dunked on. You made all my friends disappear, but everything they care about is why I'm here. I am their mercy, I am their vengeance, I am determination. And we are made of love, and I think I'm stronger than you. Love, and I'm stronger than you. Love, and I'm stronger than you. Ooh.
What's up, genre here, and that's as real. I don't do much, but he's super determined. Catching humans is part of a monster's life. I'm an exception for a few good reasons. I gotta let you know, don't mess with my bro. If he gets hurt by your hands, I'll be here to make you pay for your stay. So how about you just wait up? Do you wanna stop and maybe get some grub? We could just chill and everything will be good. If not, that's fine, just know that I'm here for you. I'm gonna nap, come around if you wanna. You should have ran as fast as you could manage. Won't you leave here? Tori is gonna wreck ya. She's serious about catching all of you. It's a surprise she hasn't hunted you down. I gotta let you know that we're in despair. I promised a certain person I wouldn't hurt humans, even though we have to war, we're stuck here. But it's okay, 'cause I am way too lazy. Fighting with you would be too much of a chore. So get going before Azzy can spot you. I know how it goes with keeping secrets. I thought I told you that I would be watching. Covered in dust, it's obvious you're killing. On hand, it seems that you're enjoying slaughtering all of those that I call my friends. That you had more common sense than that kid, hoping that you lose murderous intentions. 'Cause you're getting close to fighting my brother, and I don't wanna have to recorrect you. He's excited, God, I swear. Sometimes I wish he was a lot smarter, so he could see right through your facade. 'Cause I sure as hell do. Collecting gold as you keep slaying them all, with no remorse you keep punching them to pulp. If you still choose to continue, well, just know you'll have way worse than a bad time this go round. There was a time when I thought I was like you, hated the world and wanted to get revenge. Till I fell down and saw how nice they all were. There were no problems down here until you came. Knock, knock, who's there? Well, it's sure not my laughter. Don't you get it? What you're doing is worthless. Wasting your time and everyone else is cutting it short until they've all been dusted. I'm so anxious, it's not fair. Why did I promise that I'd protect you? I can't just go and break a promise, but what's really the cost? I think that maybe you should listen to him. He's always right and can search for the bright side to his puzzles, and maybe you would like him. 'Cause if you don't, I'm worried that he won't last.
He said,
Oh, Mary, contrary, how does your garden grow? Come with me, and you'll be the seventh maid in a row. My answer was
moments to pause with magic to consume. A shadow walked behind me, offering his hand, but couldn't understand. He said, "Oh, Mary, contrary, how does your garden grow? Come with me, and you'll be the seventh maid in a row." My answer was laughter, soft as I lowered my head. "You're too late, I'm afraid this flower's already dead." Scattering petals down the road without an end, left on the battleground for one I called my friend. Maybe he loved me as he took me by the hand and tried to understand.
I said, "Oh, Mary, contrary, how does your garden grow? Stay with me, I can't see anywhere that we could go." Her answer was laughter as darkness swallowed them up. "One more time, I'll be fine. Sometimes kindness is enough."
Oh, Mary, contrary, how does your garden grow? Don't leave me, please don't be the seventh maid in a row. My answer, a whisper, soft as he lowered his head. Set them free, I'm sorry, this flower's already dead.
Sweetheart, look, there's the sky you had told me about, and the stars are looking for you. Sweetheart, see, there's the sun you said was there rising, a golden hue. Day by day, I watch these moments pass by slowly as the world.
Danger, danger, I'm still enemies weren't a part of me. One that murdered me, I'm not worrying about those enemies. There's not one that can fix this game. Faster, faster, don't you realize you're so little time? I'm sure you will find right this minute I'm taking what is mine out of this child that called my name. Danger, danger, I'm your enemy. Once I'd never been, once I had to be as your enemy. I'm not gonna be holding back in this path I take. Faster, faster, you should hurry it soon. This little kid that you've started with will be biting it so determined. I'll be taking all that away. Child, don't you see? This once was something that you wanted badly enough to take it with happy, and your friends were living. You created me right out of hate, and you're cool yet not cool enough to follow through on something that you started. I can end it. Welcome, welcome to this place of mine where I'll never die, and your time burn or run away. Don't care anyway. I'm not interested in your lives. No one's more deserving of this world's final out, even full of love. I took deep inside of me. Now I no longer need you to write. Someone set me free. The story's got a little crazy, maybe crazy enough that everything is messing up from how I started. It's because of me. I know it, but I didn't want this. Want it. What did I want? I've not even the courage to open up my eyes. tell me, do you even know this tale that was told? Oh, so long ago, it's because of you. What you didn't do, it did not have to be like this. How'd it get like this? I know it well, inside of my when that child fell. And if not for them, I'd have never been forced in the role of freaking everything a glitch. He said, oh Mary, contrary, how does your garden grow? Come with me and you'll be.
At Bluehost, you're not just making a website. You're making an impact with your blog, small business, or side hustle. It all starts when you first log into your Bluehost account. We'll help guide you through the basic decisions for setting up your new WordPress.
You don't look like you belong here. Did you pinch yourself to see if you'd wake up from a nightmare, or could you still be asleep?
I tell myself it's all a dream, and monsters are not all they seem.
You took a fall into the bar where hunger's always kicking. All we got for cargo are the meats for feasting. Lots of chomping jaws and rotten teeth for eating. Button up your coat, the submarine is leaking. I'm stuck in the dungeon with some ugly company, watching me hungrily stumbling, bumbling, thundering after me, clutching their cutlery, ducking and jumping the rub up and under me. All of them wanna just mother and butter me, gut me and duck me and gravy to cover me. Hide in a cover, but not in the oven. I don't wanna go in that pot, they got bubbling. Could I be sleeping? Cause I don't feel sorry. Tumble through tunnels, they're gonna discover me. I'm on a boat with there's not any luxury. All that I got is my cunning to comfort me. If I get lucky, somebody will come for me. Time I depart from my prison under the sea. Take me away where the sun is abundant and give me some grub that I honestly wanna eat. Cause I'm fed up with the stuff I've been stomaching. Sick of this scum, my tummy is crumbling. Should I succumb to my hunger? I'm wondering, will I become a victim of gluttony?
This nightmare ain't over. I watch my window for the morning sun. I know when it's over, I'll just be hungry for another one. Hungry for another one.
Destiny is overrun.
Hungry for another one. Wonder where you're coming from. Hungry for another one.
Do you know what you've become?
Are you hungry for another one?
Mirror, mirror, how the face you show disgusts me. Find me a child for whose youth my heart is hungry.
Your vanity will eventually lead to your demise. Humanity, a profanity under your watchful eyes. How can it be? Who sent for me? A better question, why? At the end of these dreadful fantasies, I hope the sun will rise.
But until the sun is up, we better breed our guests with the wonderful buffet where all the meat is fresh. They don't even need to eat. This is so grotesque. At least I'm not alone. I
Hey guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out our Little Nightmares rap featuring Andrea Storm Caden. If you haven't already, go check out her channel and subscribe. Also, if you want to see me and Pac-Man play through the whole game, go check out our gaming channel, JT Gaming. Subscribe there. Subscribe here. Check us out on social media. Check out all our awesome merch, and we'll see you guys next week.
Try with all of your might, but none can hide from this unforgiving moonlight. Bear your scars like a prayer, another wish lost to the night. Every step I take, every falling tear, weaves another lie, a curse I will bear. There's a part of me struggling to break free. It lives within the dark. Will tomorrow come at last? In a million shards of broken glass, things bleeding through my resilience.
As a child, you would wait and watch from far away, but you always knew that you'd be the one to work while they all play. And you'd lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that built this town. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that built this town. The time will come when you have to rise above the rest and prove yourself. Your spirit never dies. Farewell, I've come to take my throne above, but don't weep for me, 'cause this will be the labor of my love. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that built this town. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that built this town. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that built this town. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that built this town.
Legends never die. When the world is calling you, can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die. They become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll ride into smoke when the fire is fierce. No, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die. When the world is calling you, can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die. They become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, legends never die. They're written down in eternity, but you'll never see the price it costs. The scars collected all their lives. When everything's lost, they pick up their hearts and avenge defeat. Before it all starts, they suffer through harm just to touch a dream. Oh, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never
A pirouette in the dark, I see the stars through a mirror. Tired mechanical heart beats till the song disappears. Somebody shine a light. I'm frozen by the fear in me. Somebody make me feel alive and shatter me. So cut me from the line, dizzy spinning endlessly. Somebody make me feel alive and shatter me. Somebody make me feel alive and shatter me. If only the clockwork could speak, I wouldn't be so alone. We'd burn every magnet in spring and spiral into the unknown. Somebody shine a light. I'm frozen by the fear in me. Somebody make me feel alive and shatter me. So cut me from the line, dizzy spinning endlessly. Somebody make me feel alive and shatter me. Somebody make me feel alive and shatter me. If I break the glass, then I'll have to fly. There's no one to catch me if I take a dive. I'm scared of change and the days stay the same. The world is spinning but only in gray. If I break the glass, then I'll have to fly. There's no one to catch me if I take a dive. I'm scared of change and the days stay the same. The world is spinning but only in gray. Somebody shine a light. I'm frozen by the fear in me. Somebody make me feel alive and shatter me. So cut me from the line, dizzy spinning endlessly. Somebody make me feel alive and shatter me. Somebody make me feel alive and shatter me.
Hey guys, thanks for watching, and I want to say thank you so much to Lizzie Hale for being a part of this with me. She's the most amazing person, and as you can tell, she rocks out. So you can check out her band Hailstorm by clicking the link above, and please support them. Also, my album just came out, so you can get it at this link, and then I have lots of other videos, so check them out, and if you enjoy what I'm doing, please subscribe. But I love you guys, and thank you so much for your support.
It's YouTube Music. Download the app today and get a trial of Music Premium on us. Restrictions apply.
Under the knife I surrender. Innocence yours to consume. You cut it away, and you fill me up with hate. Into the silence you sent me, into the fire consumed. You thought I'd forget, but it's always been my here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Hey, yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me to the core and makes me stronger than before. It's not a question about trust, but we stand with us. Can you feel it? Make it real. Oh, I think it might wash away tonight. Awaken from this never-ending void. It takes more than meets the eye. This war we're fighting is not just riding. Hey, yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. There's a rumble in the floor, so get prepared for war. When it hits, it'll knock you to the ground. When it shakes up everything around. But survival is a must, so we stand with us. Can you feel it? Make it real. Make me feel it. Oh, I think it might wash away tonight. Awaken from this never-ending void. It takes more than meets the eye. This war we're fighting is not just riding. Hey, yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call.
Olay's Retinol 24 faced the competition, and we broke through. Olay's Retinol 24 Complex hydrates better than the $100 retinol cream. Visibly smoother, brighter skin in just 24 hours. Olay Retinol 24.
Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times. My love, he makes it feel like nobody else. But my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself. One, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in. You have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him. Pushing forwards, but he keeps pulling me backwards. Nowhere to turn. No. Now I'm standing back from it. I finally see the pattern. I never loved. He doesn't love me, so I tell myself. I do. One, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count 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 him. I got
time I might just This time I might just disappear. This time I might just This time I might just disappear. This time I might just This time I might just disappear. This time I might just Don't matter if it feels for you. Money don't matter if you're hot.
Coming in unannounced, drug our friends in the town. I just follow your trail, you can't just follow my smile. All of your sins are aligned with this mood of mine, cutting me to the bone, nothing left to leave behind. You ought to reach it right now, just like it never happened. I didn't come for a fight, but I will fight till the end. And this one here might be your battle, might not turn out okay. I know you think you can kill me, but you've already lost the game. And I love the way you hurt me. It's a termination. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, oh, oh yeah. I love the way, I love the way, I love the way you keep on trying. I love the way, I love the way, I love the way you keep on trying.
I'm gonna break you to pieces just like you were your brother.
Gonna kill you again just like you killed your own mother.
You're a fool with no past, say goodbye to your future.
Say the food you're a kid, I'm talking no inflation. Too many stab wounds and not enough items. Too much time in the hall, I feel my skin start to crawl.
Too many freaks, not enough blood in the game.
You know I give your love a 4 out of 8. And I love the way you hurt me. It's a termination. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I love the way, I love the way, I love the way you keep on trying. I love the way, I love the way, I love the way you keep on dying.
Kill me again, again and again. But I come back knowing so much more. Learning all your tricks, I'll make you sick. Cause the truth is stands.
Try to stay frisk, need to stay frisk. You're so good, admit to this. Don't fight anymore, it's such a snore. One more step and I'll make it war.
And I still love the way I hurt you.
It's a termination. Whoa, oh yeah. Whoa, oh yeah. I love the way, I love the way, I love the way you keep on trying. I love the way, I love the way, I love the way you keep on dying.
song when they're listening. Not quite falling, not quite living, but for sure he's still existing. Leaves no memory of his presence, gone forever, unimportant. Can't retain a stable body, core consumed him, only rotting. Broken doorway leads you a deeper, empty room, and he's the keeper. Stumble forward, knees are shaking, all around you, space is breaking. The darkness surrounding, your soul can't stop bounding. You're glitching, it's over. Can't remember what his name was, stuck the symbols, unimportant. Cracked and melted, night is twisted, not have seen it. No one wished it, work was cut out, family forgot for me. Past is worthless, machine broken, can't be revived. Despite efforts did not survive. You're falling, start calling, nobody is coming. Refusing, is bruising, you're grasping for something shattering. Soul can't refuse reality, keeps reacting. King scientist disposition, taken over, long forgotten. Running down the hall, you catch your breath. There's nothing left, you start to fall. The void, this groceries you call out, hopeless into all the darkness. Inching back to check again. He's disappeared, now 341519265358997. Now's not the dice, spreading endlessly through time. Dust never carried off, stuck like this for now. Never fixing the problem. Those trapped under the ground have lost all hope. Fight on the left, spare on the right. How will you act in between? Items consumed, approach this. Fight on the left, spare on the right. Check on two, act in between. Items consumed, don't forget. A drawing, 3 people, polytron is missing. A folder, locked away, he's crying, don't forget.
He said, "Oh Mary, contrary, how does your garden grow? Come with me, and you'll be the 7th maid in a row." My answer was laughter, so as I lowered my head, "You're too late, I'm afraid. This flower's already dead." Resetting as I was with blossoms in full bloom. Never a chance to pause with magic to consume. A shadow walked behind me, offering his hand, but couldn't understand. He said, "Oh Mary, contrary, how does your garden grow? Come with me, and you'll be the 7th maid in a row." My answer was laughter, so as I lowered my head, "You're too late, I'm afraid. This flower's already dead." took me by the hand and tried to understand.
I said, oh Mary, contrary, how does your garden grow? Stay with me, I can't see anywhere that we could go. Her answer was laughter as darkness swallowed them up. One more time, I'll be fine. Sometimes kindness is enough. Oh Mary, contrary, how does your garden grow? Don't leave me, please don't be the seventh maiden of a roll. My answer, a whisper, soft as he lowered his head. Set them free, I'm sorry, this flower's already dead.
Time for the show, let's get this thing on a roll. There is no time to waste, so make sure that you're ready for all of the games and the questions that I throw. Freedom should be answered, now the ratings will rise. Since you're human, you'll be the star of the show. Well, second to myself, we all know that I am the best. Humble your soul, all the while gaining fans. While you're getting good at this, maybe you stand a chance. For the sequel, I will need you to step up and up and up and up. Try to fetch the substance again. Will you make it? This will excite all my fans. The suspense is killing them. Hurry up there, darling. I really hope that you wouldn't make it there. It would skyrocket views. A real human could on camera. Maybe a jest, but you know I mean the best. Simply, but I swear I care. That's why bums are everywhere. I don't know why, but you're acting kinda shy. Do cameras freak you out, or is something else going on? Surely it's not because all of the titles. Are you intimidated? Try your best or you will burn. Help is there every time that you need help. Does it seem suspicious, or is she just a real good friend? This battle show, it is the most glamorous. All my fans are so endeared, I'm glad that you caught my eye.
I torture you. Take my hand through the flame. I torture you. I'm a slave to your games. I wanna chain you up. I wanna tie you down. I'm just a sucker for pain.
I'm a sucker for pain. I got the squad tatted on me from my neck to my ankles. Pressure from the man got us all in rebellion. We gon' go to war, yeah, without failure. Do it for the fam, dog. 10 toes down, dog. Love and the loyalty, that's what we stand for. Alienated by society. All this pressure give me anxiety. Walk slow through the fire. Like who gon' try us? Feeling the world go against us. So we put the world on our shoulders.
I torture you. Take my hand through the flame. I torture you. I'm a slave to your games. I wanna chain you up. I wanna tie you down. I'm just a sucker for pain.
I've
been at it with my homies, it don't matter, you don't know me. I've been rolling with my team, we the illest on the scene. I've been riding around the city with my squad. I've been riding around the city with my squad. We just posted getting crazy, living like this is so amazing. Hold up, take a step back when we roll up, cause I know what. We've been loyal, we've been fan, we the ones you're trusting. Won't hesitate to go straight to your head like a concussion. I know I've been busting, no discussion for my family. No hesitation through my scope, I see my enemy like, what's up, hold up, we finna reload up. Yes, I reload up, I know what up, I know what up.
I torture you, take my hand through the flame. I torture you, I'm a slave to your games. I wanna chain you up, I wanna tie you down. I'm just a sucker for pain.
Devoted to destruction, a full dosage of detrimental dysfunction. I'm dying slow, but the devil trying to rush me. See, I'm a fool for pain. I'm a dummy, might cut my head off right after I slit my throat. Tongue kiss a shark, got jealous bitches up in the boat, eating peanut butter and jellyfishes on toast. And if I get stung, I get stoked. Might choke like I chewed a chunk of charcoal. Naked in the North Pole, that's why my heart cold, full of sorrow. A lost soul, and only Lord knows when I'm coming to the crossroads. So I don't fear shit but tomorrow. And I'm a sucker for pain, it ain't nothing but pain. You just fucking complain, you ain't tough as you claim. Just stay up in your lane, just don't fuck with Lil Wayne. I'ma jump from my plane or stand in front of a train, cause I'm a sucker for pain.
Used to doing bad, now we feel like we just now getting there. Ain't got no other way, so we started and finished it. No pain, no gain. Never stand down, made our own way. Never going slow, we pick up the pace. This is what we wanted from a young age. No emotion, that's what business is. Lord have mercy on the witnesses.
Take my hand through the flame. I torture you. I'm just a sucker for pain. More pain got me begging, 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 begging for more pain. Got me begging, 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 begging for more pain. Got me begging, 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 begging for more pain.
I close my eyes, the touch of your fingers. Through monochrome, the memory lingers. Into your hands, I'm resting, the pain inside me. I clear my mind of this unforgiveness. All of my scars and all its traces. You and me, I see a dream of blind destiny. And it's into your arms I'm melting. And it's the first time I've ever felt like this. You are the hand that's dealt me, the tempter sealing my fate with a kiss. And in a flash, the stars align. I search beyond the words, wanting a sign. But lost inside your eyes, lies become clearer to see. They tell a different story. So take the reins and don't let go. I want this pain to scar deep, for I know all our past receives healing with memories concealing. We cry to the light of the moon. This night's become a wonderful haven, and in my heart it's what I've craven. Addicted to the sea, I've even lost the need to breathe. And it's out of my life you're fading, and it's the warmth of your arms I still desire. Stuck all alone, I'm praying to never share my one kiss with a lie. And in the dark, I'm left alone. My heart inside is losing every tone, and spotting all your lies. Wise up this path to be free. I'm writing a new story. I fall asleep to tainted dreams. I know that there is more you will not be there. Struggling through, I'm trying to find my own escape out of the snare. And in a flash, the stars align. I search beyond the words, still wanting a sign. But lost inside your eyes, light becomes clearer to see. They tell a different story. So take the reins and don't let go. I want this pain to scar deep, for I know, in spite of every sign, crying this night to be true, the sun will rise without you. So here's another kiss to tainted bliss, a toast to empty promise. With virtue pretending, love as our ending, we fall by the light of the moon.
You don't look like you belong here. Did you pinch yourself to see if you'd wake up from a nightmare, or could you still be asleep?
I tell myself it's all a dream, and monsters are not all they seem.
You took a fall into the bar where hunger's always kicking. All we got for cargo are the meats for feasting. Lots of trumpet jaws and rotten teeth for eating. Button up your coat, the submarine is leaking. I'm stuck in the dungeon with some ugly company, watching me hungrily stumbling, bumbling, thundering after me, clutching their cutlery, ducking and jumping the rub of and under me. All of them wanna just smother and butter me, gut me and dunk me in gravy to cover me. Hide in a cover, but not in the oven. I don't wanna go in that pot, they got bubbling. Could I be sleeping? Cause I don't feel sorry. Tumble through tunnels, they're gonna discover me. I'm on a boat with it's not any luxury. All that I got is my cunning to come from me. If I get lucky, somebody will come for me. Time I depart from my prison under the sea. Take me away where the sun is abundant and give me some grub that I honestly wanna eat. Cause I'm fed up with the stuff I've been stomaching. Sick of this scum, my tummy is crumbling. Should I succumb to my hunger? I'm wondering, will I become a victim of gluttony?
This nightmare ain't over. I watch my window for the morning sun. I know when it's over, I'll just be hungry for another one. Hungry for another one.
Destiny has overrun.
Hungry for another one. Wonder where you're coming from. Hungry for another one.
Do you know what you've become?
Are you hungry for another one?
You sure disgust me.
Only a child for whose youth my heart is hungry. Your vanity will eventually lead to your demise. Humanity, a profanity under your watchful eyes. How can it be? Who sent for me? A better question, why? At the end of these dreadful fantasies, I hope the sun will rise.
But until the sun is up, we better breed our guests with the wonderful buffet where all the meat
guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out our Little Nightmares rap featuring Andrea Storm Caden. If you haven't already, go check out her channel and subscribe. Also, if you want to see me and Pac-Man play through the whole game, go check out our gaming channel, JT Gaming. Subscribe there. Subscribe here. Check us out on social media. Check out all our awesome merch, and we'll see you guys next week.
It's YouTube Music. Download the app today and get a trial of Music Premium on us. Restrictions apply.
Glaring at me with eyes that glow. I plan on killing you real slow. You say, do you wanna have a bad time? That'll happen if you choose fight. What do you think got me this far? I've been living like this since the restart. I'll cut you up and leave you bleeding. It's time for fun, so best start dodging. Bloody hands, dusty clothes, you're the one I hate the most. Stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it. You lift me up, slam me down, took the words right out my mouth. Stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it. Can anybody hear me? All the monsters cried the same. Will someone come and save me? But it seems nobody came. I'm singing stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it. I'm singing stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it. Running from upcoming attacks. When I die, you know I'll keep coming back. I wonder why you just don't give in. I have murdered all of your friends. Bloody hands, dusty clothes, you're the one I hate the most. Stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it. You lift me up, slam me down, took the words right out my mouth. Stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it. Can anybody hear me? All the monsters cried the same. Will someone come and save me? But it seems nobody came. I'm singing stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it. I'm singing stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a monster by the throat. If they scream, don't let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a monster by the throat. If they scream, don't let him go. Bloody hands, dusty clothes, you're the one I hate the most. Stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it. You lift me up, slam me down, took the words right out my mouth. Stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it. Can anybody hear me? All the monsters cried the same. Will someone come and save me? But it seems nobody came. I'm singing stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it. I'm singing stab, you're it. Stab, stab, you're it.
It's YouTube Music. Download the app today and get a trial of Music Premium on us. Restrictions apply.
A storm is loosed upon the sea, whose eye is stained with tears. A wretch hell-bound and bent on blood, the makings of the fearful spheres. The tide, it stole away her grace, but depths they wouldn't claim her. Toil begat by father's blood, this path was laid before her. Redemption born by brigand's blood, a blight upon the darkness. The pact embraced, the road unsought, the maiden of death won't be unwrought. Wrath is known throughout the black, the gardens of death she's tending. Vengeance is her only ward, where the blood-red roses blow. I'm scared of what's inside my head, what's inside my soul. I feel like I'm running, but getting nowhere. Fear is suffocating me. I can't breathe. I feel like I'm drowning. I'm sinking deeper. Twilight fades red as I enter the city of the dead.
qui salvando solos gratis, salve me fons beatatis, salve me fons beatatis. I feel burning through my veins, it's driving me insane. The fever is rising, I'm going under. Memories flash before my eyes, I'm losing time.
We are the Thrivers. Women with metastatic breast cancer, standing in the struggle, hustling through the hurt, asking for science, not sorries. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant or a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor.
Meet Blubbery. Oops, sorry, that should be Blueberry. Meet Blueberry. Blueberry is in the superfamily Giraffoidea, the family Giraffidae, the genus Giraffa. You can see where this is headed. And the species Camelopardalis. Sort of a left turn on the species name. Because apparently, to whoever named it first, it looks like the product of a camel and a leopard. Humping, kill me. But listen, you're stuck with the first name you get. That's what Billy Ballsack Chin used to tell me. Although the face of the giraffe can resemble a horse that's been vacuum sealed, it is not a horse. Like cows and camels, the giraffe is an even-toed ungulate, meaning that it supports its weight on two hooves that surround what would be its third and fourth toe. They look like two little shoes, worn by someone who needs to go to the bathroom. This little piggy had roast beef, this little piggy had none. And that's it. That's the whole rhyme for them. Sort of a bummer. The horse, on the other hand, is a roast beef-only odd-toed ungulate, which supports its weight on a single hoof evolved from its third digit. That's right, horse be flipping you off 4 times. Like all even-toed ungulates, the giraffe is a ruminant feeder. It first ferments what it eats in a tummy part called the rumen, and there's plenty of room in there. Dad joke. Then it gently barfs the food all the way back up its neck to its mouth to give it a bit more of a chew. Don't front, you've had a second visit from a chicken enchilada before, and you kept chewing. Spicy. One of the giraffe's favorite foods to mouth barf are the leaves of the acacia tree, which you can see here. You might recognize this shot from page 4 of Happy Giraffe, Sad Giraffe. Page 6 is much worse. One of the bummers about loving to eat acacia leaves is they come served on a barbed wire skewer. It's like trying to enjoy a trail mix that someone added wood screws to. I'm saying the thorns are big. To get at leaves like these, it has modified mouth parts. On the top of the camel's mouth, which looks like a very uncomfortable pair of shoes, the front teeth have migrated to the back to help with the chewing. In their place is a fleshy dental pad. Not the best name, is it, dental pad? In any case, the dental pad is used in conjunction with the bottom teeth to grab and tear at leaves. Their lips are tough like a cowboy, but bendy to help them navigate thorns. If a thorn gets through, their mouth and throat are protected by an especially thick and slobbery saliva. Giraffes also have a prehensile tongue, which means their tongue is not quite hensile, just a little before that. It's also crazy. Look at it, it's like a very naughty eel. This tongue spends a lot of time outdoors and is purplish-black in color to help protect it from the sun. It is a long tongue, up to 10 inches long. To put that into perspective, your digestive tract from your mouth to to the other side is 36 giraffe tongues long. Well, that's not helpful, is it? How about if you put 18 tongues in one side and then 18 tongues in the other? They would meet in the middle. Well, that's even worse. Let's just move on. If nutrition is scarce, they will round out their diet through osteophagy, gumming and chewing on bones to get at calcium and phosphorus. I know what you're thinking. Stop it. Don't stoop down to their level. Well, that doesn't work, does it? When the giraffe is thirsty, it assumes the position of a very drunk person trying to pick up a quarter, splaying its legs to an almost 90-degree angle. Due to its long-ass neck, valves in its jugular vein close and prevent blood from rushing to its head. It's a fairly vulnerable position, so when they drink, they make the most of it. It is thought to drink in a pump-like fashion, closing its throat and moving its jaw back to pull water into its mouth. It then closes its mouth, opens its throat, and forces water back into its esophagus. Gulp by gulp, it fills up its neck like it was a bong-sized shot glass. When it lifts its head, the water rushes down into its tum-tum, and the valves in its veins open back up. You may have noticed that the giraffe is very, very fun to look at. However, it is also very tall. Indeed, the tallest giraffe is taller than any other giraffe. Well, that's not helpful. Giraffe babies come partially pre-stretched. On their lower parts, the most remarkable stretching is that of the metatarsal and metacarpal bones. Whoa, that is sleepy. These bones that make up almost half of their leg length are analogous to the bones in our hands and feet. What appear to be the giraffe's knees are actually its wrists and ankles. To support an average adult weight of over 2,600 pounds, these little spindly sticks come with suspenders. A suspensory ligament runs down a groove in these bones and helps bear the weight. The outsides of the legs are wrapped tightly with a sort of compression hose made of fascia. This helps prevent blood from pooling in their legs when they stand. While walking forwards, the front part of the giraffe looks a bit like the butt parts of someone wearing leopard print leggings who is walking backwards. It moves both limbs on one side of its body while balancing on the other two. You can try this. Instead of swinging your arms opposite your legs, try swinging them on the same side. It looks graceful on a giraffe, but you will look like an idiot. When it runs, however, the giraffe go ahead and switch the style up, breaking into a galloping stride that can reach 37 miles per hour. It is easy to see that the giraffe is very naked. It has the same number of bones in its neck as we do, 7 cervical vertebrae. Other long-necked animals, like birds, achieve their longness by the addition of cervical vertebrae. The flamingo, for example, has 19, but the giraffe thinks birds are stupid, especially the oxpecker, which is named an oxpecker because it looks like an ox. That's not true. Like the rest of its body, the giraffe's neck is covered in a unique pattern of spots, which it partially inherits from its mother. This remarkable camouflage makes the giraffe virtually invisible. Where are they? You don't know. Sitting at a great heightedness, the giraffe's head can sometimes look like someone papier-mâchéd a few extra bumps on a freeze-dried donkey. These bumps are ossified cartilage called ossicones. On females, they have cute little tufts on them. Male ossicones are more knobby and used to beat the crap out of each other, sort of. Male giraffes fight a bit like those dudes that don't dance at concerts and just stand there with their hands in their pockets, and one gets bumped into and is all like, chill bro, and bumps back, and the other guy's like, I'm not your bro, and leans in hard, and the other guy pushes back like, that's not what your mom said. Well, then I'd be your son, dad. I'm not your dad, bro. And it goes on like that until one is dominant. Although this can look like a mellow affair, these blows are strong enough to break a neck. The risk is worth it, however, in order to gain access to a potential mate. The male will check a female's readiness to mate by smelling and tasting her urine, which is certainly one way to do it. Don't judge. I mean, you can judge the one in the background that's watching the whole thing. That one's a perv. But the rest? That is just how the giraffe do. Many people assume that giraffes evolved their long necks due to browsing competition and gained an advantage in eating from high places. However, giraffes spend most of their... Oh, this relationship just got interesting. However, giraffes spend much of their time eating more horizontally, not on their tippy toes. Another theory says that the long necks are due to an advantage in sexual selection and combat. However, females don't fight and their necks are long too. To gain clues about the giraffe's evolutionary past, we must look at its closest living relative, the okapi. Oh, for f***'s sake, you can't learn anything from that. That's like trying to learn the principles of Swiss minimalist design from a Lisa Frank sticker. No, I didn't collect them. Yes, I did. I know what you're thinking, though. Maybe neither theory is correct. That's because you can see it just as well as I can. And if you're not going to say it, I am. The nose of a giraffe looks suspiciously like a sock puppet, and not just any sock puppet. A sock puppet that looks like it's trying to pretend to be a giraffe, but is really a duck. The same duck whose nose looks suspiciously like a cartoon dog. Yes, that's right. I'm saying the dog is to the duck as the duck is to the giraffe. Now bear with me. A sock puppet in the shape of a duck pretending to be a giraffe may look very good on television, but not so much in the wild. A sock puppet such as this would have difficulty blending into its environment. Therefore, it would make sense for the sock puppet to add giraffe-like features to blend in. I know what they'll say. They'll say your theory is obviously backed by the science, but who would want a very long sock puppet out in the middle of the savannah? Oh, I don't know, maybe the lions? Duh, so they can see farther and have the element of surprise. And this also would explain why you always see lions about when you come across an empty giraffe. That is what you were thinking, right? Because if not, that would be embarrassing. Unless you're a duck. And you get it, don't you? Come here.
But what worries health officials is how fast it's spreading.
Coronavirus es peor que
Going to be gone soon.
This is Susie. Susie is in the class Gastropoda, which encompasses snails and slugs. Specifically, and by specifically I mean specifically, and by I mean, Susie is a type of sea slug called a nudibranch. There are around 3,000 freaky species of nudibranchs, but they come in two basic body plans. One body plan can be seen in the earlid nudibranchs. They can look a bit like claymation pubic hair, or like a porcupine rolled around in candy corn. Their backs are covered with floppy spiky things called serrata. These serrata are extensions of their digestive system, because why not? But they also assist in breathing. The other body plan belongs to the dorid nudibranch. It is the more sluggy of the two. Dorid nudibranchs have a sturdy, fleshy covering called a mantle. The mantle can sometimes look like a frilly skirt, or perhaps a fashionable poncho. Some species, like the Spanish dancer nudibranch, can use this skirt to swim. Sort of. Some other nudibranchs also try the swimmy, but in most cases it looks a bit like a Muppet simultaneously auditioning for the part of the F, U, and N in a Sesame Street production brought to you by the word fun. It does actually look fun to swim like that, like sneezing in outer space. Up front, nudibranchs have two rhinophores, which are kind of like nostrils that have been turned inside out. Much like our noses can pick up the chemical signals of a fart wafting in the air, these rhinophores can pick up chemical signals in the water. This is important because their eyes totally suck. They are very tiny and can only sense dark and light. Like a colorblind machinist in a Skittles factory, the nudibranch is unable to appreciate the beauty of its own decoration. This one looks a bit like a land speeder. Whoa! Except near the back where you would expect the peoples to sit. That is a plume of gills that encircle their anus. These gills are beautifully folded structures that maximize surface area to extract oxygen from the surrounding water. These allow the dorid nudibranch to breathe right next to its anus. Before you judge, however, to the nudibranch this body plan might feel like an upgrade. To understand this, let's look at some nudibranchs when they are babies. Little baby nudibranchs look a lot like snails. They have a shell, and some even form an operculum, a little trapdoor for their hidey hole. A long time ago, the shelled ancestor of snails and slugs got into some freaky shit called torsion. Torsion is a twisted change in body plan. To understand this, imagine if you laid down on your stomach and arched your back. Then you grabbed your left foot with your right hand and your right foot with your left hand. Now imagine twisting really hard so that your butt faces upwards and is right over your face. This is the first yoga pose they teach you when you arrive in hell. Snails live out their lives cheerfully with this arrangement. Don't ask why. Every time you ask why, evolution adds or removes a nipple from a cat. Look it up. However, millions of years ago, after a night of eating jalapeno chili con carne, the ancestor of the nudibranch had enough of this head up your butt. As it transitions to its juvenile state, the baby nudibranch loses its shell, untwists, and does its best to put all of its organs back in some semblance of order. That is to say that the nudibranch is a bit of an unsnailed snail, and at least its mouth and nose have a bit of distance from its gill-ringed anus. And yes, that one does look like a Pikachu that got busy with a Swiffer. The nudibranch's mouth parts are under its front parts, right between a befingered mustachio of two feeding tentacles that can help it feel around for food. They eat a variety of animals, many of which, like colonial tunicates, bryozoans, and hydroids, are animals that look like plants, because the ocean is weird. They are among the cutest carnivorous predators, and will even eat other slugs and nudibranchs. This one's eating a slug called a sea hare, because apparently it looks like a rabbit who's squirt-farting purple ink because he's seriously f***ed. If we speed it up, it looks like he's slurping a noodle. They eat with a beak and a radula, which is basically a tongue with teeth on it, which is crazy. Don't French kiss a nudibranch. You'll die. Here we see an anemone being hunted by a rainbow nudibranch, which does not look like a rainbow at all, more like a curtain that a cat got to. But it strikes with the vigor of a proctologist who lost a wedding ring. That's like trying to tongue sponge the crumbs out of the bottom of a can of Pringles. One group of nudibranchs in the genus Melobe has evolved a different feeding strategy. It has traded in its tooth-tongue radula for a head in the shape of a Venus flytrap. It uses its head like a seafloor pooper scooper, like if you used your hoodie to eat a shrimp taco. A skeleton shrimp taco. Lacking a shell, sea slugs, including nudibranchs and this spotted sea hare, which does not look like a rabbit, must get creative when it comes to defense from predation. Some have evolved to be very good at camouflage. You see these cows? I tricked you. They're not cows, they're nudibranchs. You thought they were cows. You must feel like a real dum-dum man. This one is perfectly camouflaged as an old man with his hands behind his back inspecting his garden. Damn slugs eating my azaleas. That's irony. You better stop or I will assault you. That's a dad joke. Some nudibranchs, like this ghost Melobe, have gotten so good at hiding they're transparent. Mostly. Fortunately, their less transparent insides resemble a bunch of floaty sea garbage. Well played, Melobe. Many of the animals that nudibranchs eat contain toxins. Some Dorid nudibranchs incorporate these toxins into their body parts, so they don't taste good. The defense after you've been bitten approach is a little late in the process for me, but it has been proposed that the bright coloring of some nudibranchs has evolved as a warning sign to potential predators.
Scary clown says run away.
Some Aeolid nudibranchs take this one step further. They eat animals that have specialized stinging cells called nematocysts. Glaucus atlanticus, for example, will eat the blue bottle man-of-war jellyfish. The jellyfish, however, contains thousands of these nematocysts coiled up and ready to fire when disturbed. Much like butt-smuggling hand grenades, Aeolid nudibranchs ingest these cells and transport the immature unexploded ones out to the tips of their serrata, where they can use them for their own stinging defense. It's pretty cool. Look at this one. They're using like a little laser. It's like if when you ate Pop Rocks, you could transport them to the tip of your fingers, you perv, for a tingly handshake. The blue dragon nudibranch also steals cells. Instead of stingers, it steals zooxanthellae, microscopic plants, incorporating them into its body and using them to produce food from sunlight. You know who else does this? This little guy. It's a Saclagossan sea slug, not a nudibranch, but who cares? I love it. It's cuter than puppies. It is mating season, and first the nudibranchs have to find each other. They are often solitary and spread out. Finding the slime trail of another nudibranch is worth following up on. Many nudibranchs do this trailing behavior, following another's slime trail until they're right up in it. And I mean right up in it. But not really right up in it. The nudibranch's genitals are located up near its head on the right side of its body, because of course they are. This means that they have to position themselves so their right sides line up. Think of it like a high five, but with no hands and 4 genitals. That's right, 4. Nudibranchs are hermaphrodites, meaning that each is equipped with both a penis and a vagina. I know what you're thinking. If I had that kind of luggage, I'd pack it myself. Sure, once in a while, a researcher will find a nudibranch's penis inside of its own vagina. Don't judge, it's a lot to keep track of. And quite frankly, if it's in the way, flopping around out there, it's the obvious place to put it. I mean, why aren't our pants pockets shaped like gloves? There's mysteries in this world. Doesn't mean you're trying to self-fertilize, just some healthy curiosity. While mating, both nudibranchs put their penises inside the other's vagina, and both are fertilized in the process. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it, but if you squint, you might notice that the nudibranch penis has a bit of a barbed hook sort of shape. That can make uncoupling a bit of a bitch. So much so that the Chromodorus reticulata just lets it break off and grow back again. It's one way to do it. After mating, it is time for the nudibranch to deposit its fertilized eggs. It does so in a series of beautiful strings and rosettes, adorning the shapes of the ocean floor. Thousands of little eggs that will become thousands of little babies, and the circle of life continues. Listen, Sometimes feeling safe in a shell isn't worth having your insides all twisted up, or having an ass on your head. That might be too on the nose. I didn't mean like an ass on your nose. I mean too literal. The point is, sometimes you have to take a risk. Get out of that shell and untwist. Who knows what kind of crazy, beautiful thing you might become. Ist. Sorry, it felt like it should rhyme. And that is how the Nuda brand.
Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand, helps keep baby's skin dry and healthy. So every touch is as comforting as the first. Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand.
Do. Spiders in the genus Moratus are often referred to as peacock spiders because the males have tiny... Jerry, this isn't true. No, it's not a typo, Jerry. What did you mean to say, tiny clocks? You just made this up, Jerry. Do the research. Male peacock spiders have tiny, beautifully patterned butts. These are used to create a series of elaborate signals during their mating dance. However, this is not just some flossing at a middle school prom which was held in the gymnasium because someone got the measles. Rejection of the male's advances can leave him much less alive. Dead, really. To understand the complexity of the courtship, we will examine 2 different species of Moratus.
Hey, I'm Pete.
Hey, I like your little beard. It's cute.
Thanks. I can do this.
Is that yoga?
I think so. It hurts. Oh, check this out. It goes up.
That's so pretty.
And if I move it...
You look like a half-eaten butterfly.
Right?
Is that cologne?
Yeah. Well, it's body spray. You want to smell it?
Okay.
I put it on all of my pits, but I think these 2 are like the easiest for you to...
Oh, I like it. It's...
Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry,
It was
too close.
nice.
Sorry. Yep.
Hey, I was on my way to Under a Log, if you wanted to.
No, yeah, totally. Under a Log is like my favorite place ever.
Cool.
Ooh. Hi, I'm Pete.
Cool, Pete. Don't give a Get over here. Now.
All right.
Okay, turn it around. Let me see what you got.
So what's your...
Don't talk.
Okay.
Boo.
What are you doing?
Do you know the game Marry Kill?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna play that with you.
All right.
But I don't want to get married, okay?
Is it weird that I'm kind of turned on right now?
Pete, shake that ass for me.
Like right now?
Now.
It, let's do it.
Look at this butt. I know you can't help it. Waiting in line, see your butt like mine, you feel helpless. This butt don't sweat, but it can knit you a sweater. You ain't never gonna see a better sweater, wear the sweater than a button-knit sweater. Happy time. I know you see this, honey. It's such a shiny honey.
That was good, right? I feel like energized. Why are you smiling? What?
Get your ass over here. Yeah, you look like a little dirty walrus Santa Claus.
Just so you know, I don't really know how this works. Are you sure this is right? Because it doesn't seem like it's gonna work geometrically.
You look like a boomer Santa Claus having a midnight shoot. You want to talk asses? This ass opened her own hair salon on 56 and Lenox Avenues. I'm gonna call it my hair salon.
Wait, are you kidding me? This part turns around? You're like a transformer. I know you said stop talking, but this is amazing.
This ass almost made it onto American Idol Season 3. Simon said, wow. Aw, he was nice. I think I'm gonna go f him up.
Arms are loose, knees abandoned. Big eyes straight up like the needle on the compass of a South Pole penguin. My body shakes, knees start shaking. I got gristle in the middle, but the back's all stacked like fat back bacon. Happy time. I know you see this, honey. It's such a shiny honey. I know you see this, honey. It's such a shiny honey.
Easy on, easy off, easy dispose. Pampers Cruisers 360 Fit.
This is Peter. Peter is sometimes called a skeleton shrimp, but he would like you to know that he's not a shrimp at all. Peter is an amphipod in the order Caprellidae. Jerry, what's he doing? Well, I know he's bending, but it looks like it's not a good first impression. Up close, caprellids look a bit like a Chuck E. Cheese mechanical claw that was flushed down a toilet and sewer mated with a drawing that sent a third-grade student to the school psychologist. However, they are also kind of cute, like little peoples. Perhaps because they swim like a drunk person in a sleeping bag trying to answer the doorbell, caprellids tend to hang out near the bottom of the ocean floor. Just as a side note, they can be dicks to flatworms. They say things. Hey, you look like a Ruffles potato chip on its way to Coachella. It's not nice. They can anchor themselves with the help of 3 pairs of hold-on-for-dear-life grasping appendages. Jerry, this is the right body part, but it's not holding on to anything. Certainly not dear life. It's in the process of being much less alive. Just take the feedback, Jerry. Further up, they have 2 pairs of grabby little arm-like things called gnathopods. Together, these appendages seem like the result of a one-night stand between Groot and Mantis. That's if Mantis actually had cool arm parts, instead of looking more like a moth. And I don't even know if they could have a one-night stand. There'd be some unfortunate splinters. To feed, caprellids employ a multitude of strategies. Some species use comb-like setae on their second pair of antennae, trapping detritus and eating it like bits of soup from a mustachio that you grew on your ear. I don't know, just go with it. They can also use their little gnathopod hands, grabbing small crustaceans and algae that happen to be floating by. They're not above stealing food either. The polyps of a soft coral are like a display case of spinning wieners in a gas station. A grab-and-go snack, in this case a lobster egg. Caprellid be sneaky, polyp be sad. And just as an aside, they can be real assholes to seahorses. They say things. Hey, pipette with lips. You look like an accordion that was used in a colonoscopy and kept that shape. It's rude. Like all crustaceans, caprellids must molt as they grow, wriggling out of their old exoskeletons as one might out of a wet onesie. Females can only reproduce in the short period of time after a molt, before her outsides harden. Courtship begins by males beating the living crap out of each other. The larger of the 2 pair of gnathopods is capable of severing an opponent in 2. These are also equipped with a poison tooth, which has been shown to have pores for possible venom delivery. Males will guard a potential mate and play tappy-tap on her skin. When she is ready to molt, he will assist in splitting her exoskeleton open and removing it with his gnathopods. To understand this, imagine a commercial break bathroom stall hookup between 2 contestants on The Masked Singer. You have to crack the shell to get to the nut, so to speak. The fertilized eggs are transferred to the female's brood pouch. And soon after, this happens. On average, 40 little baby caprellids grab onto their mother anywhere they can. Look at the mom's little eye poking out. Whatever parenting experience you've had, this is some next-level What, Janet? Well, if it smells bad, don't put it in your mouth. Yes, Eunice, you're very good at gluing. No, Tyler, not better than you. Or did you tell him it's your body and you don't want to be peed on? It can be exhausting. After about a week, the mother detaches them from her body and puts them down on their new home. From here, they will grow up. Well, most of them will actually die. Fish food, mainly. But some will grow up, and the circle of life will continue. Sorry, just wanted to add, they can be real balls to sea snails. They say things like, hey, you look like a restaurant peppermint that got sucked down the wrong pipe and was coughed out attached to a loogie. It's like very specific, like they really thought about it. And totally inappropriate. All right, hon, I gotta go. Hey, Harry. Frickin' Mondays. Question. Are you about to molt?
Finishing your bachelor's degree takes time and money. Franklin University's My Transfer Credit is a free online tool that estimates how much. There's no faster or easier way than My Transfer Credit to find out how close you are to earning your degree. With My Transfer Credit, you can see how your previous coursework can reduce the amount of time it takes you to earn a high-quality degree at Franklin University and what your transfer credit is worth. Find out how affordable an undergraduate degree from Franklin can be. Try it for yourself today at franklin.edu/transfer.
The mating dance of the puffin is a subtle affair. To appreciate the complexity of these movements, one must enter the mind of the puffin, like so. Oh, hon, I meant to tell you, last night at Pete's I rolled a full house, right?
Oh.
And I decided to go for it,
Right.
and I got a Yahtzee.
That's so brave, hon. I always keep the odd numbers. They feel so cozy.
Oh, hold on.
This puffin got some stuffing for your puffin muffin.
You're so good at rhyming.
Yeah, it just kind of happened.
What are you looking at, hon?
I kind of felt a tingle.
I'll go get the laxatives.
It's different. It's like...
This puffin got some stuffing for your puffin muffin.
Oh, I know what you need. You want to see some boobies?
What, like right now?
Sure, why not?
This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. This puffin got some stuffing for your puffin muffin. Just give me the beat now, you puffin freak. This puffin got some stuffing for your puffin muffin. Just give me the beat now, you puffin freak. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. I wanna see boobies like we're in a B-movie. Alright. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. I wanna see boobies like we're in a B-movie. Alright. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. I wanna see boobies like we're in a B-movie. Alright. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. I wanna see boobies like we're in a B-movie.
So do you, should we...
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I need socks and I need bin liners.
You mean to use while we're like...
Oh, yeah.
You puffin freak.
This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. I wanna see boobies like we're in a B-movie. Alright. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. I wanna see boobies like we're in a B-movie.
Here we will explore true facts about the ostrich. The ostrich is like the bird you would turn into if you met a dick genie. I don't mean a dick genie, that's different. I mean a genie who is being a dick. You know, wish granted, you're a bird. Awesome. But you can't fly. Oh, But you're a giant. You're like the biggest bird. Okay. Like even your eyes are giant. Bigger than any other land animal. Almost the size of a cue ball. Are you seeing this? In fact, just one of your eyeballs is bigger than your whole brain. I don't think that's a good thing. At times, the ostrich looks a bit like the makers of the Dark Crystal ran out of supplies and just glued floor sweepings onto a starving chicken. Don't get me wrong, it's a sensual bird with luscious lips. A bit thin. Non-existent, really, but as pouty as you can get without having lips. The legs of the ostrich are very strong, and they end in two big-ass feet. These feet are specialized for running, and each foot has 2 toes. You won't see an ostrich giving you the middle finger, but don't feel bad, it can still do the peace sign, or stick its thumb in a pumpkin and still tickle a kitten. From a distance, the ostrich can look like a dinosaur, but maybe where the top half of the dinosaur fell off at some point. The ostrich moves a bit like if Segway took a stab at reinventing the horse, or perhaps like a very well-greased AT-ST walker if you speak hyper-nerd. It can run up to 43 miles per hour, the fastest land speed of any bird. It's not the most popular event at the Bird Olympics. The chickadees don't even send a delegate. As the ostrich is a flightless bird, one might assume that like a snow globe filled with chili con carne, its wings and feathers are useless. However, the ostrich seems to use its wings sort of like a rudder or braking system while it runs. Whoops. Ostrich feathers don't have the Velcro-like hooks that lock flying feathers into their distinctive shape. Instead, they have downy, floppy feathers, which are excellent for temperature regulation. Wings and feathers also come in handy to attract mates in mating season. The ostrich does have an 8-inch retractable penis, as you can see here. Jerry, why is it blurry? Oh, it's like the new policy thing. All right, I'll just describe it. Imagine if you made a sock puppet out of pork meat, and you were bad at making sock puppets. Males will mate with a number of female ostriches, although one will be his main lady ostrich, but his side ostriches out of your league too are. It is time for the females to lay their eggs. Jerry, where's the footage? That's not allowed either? Well, we need a visual, so you know what you have to do, Jerry. The egg emerges from the female's cloaca, a multi-purpose... What is that, a smoothie? That's not a bad cloaca, Jerry, but we need to see the egg. Here in the wild, we see the miracle of birth. Like everything else ostrich, these are big-ass eggs. A communal nest of up to 60 eggs is formed with the dominant female's eggs in the center. At times, she may even remove some of the lesser female's eggs from the nest. It can get tense. Brenda, where's my egg? I don't know, did you lose it? No, I laid it right here. Oh, maybe it hatched and went to dumb poopy buttbird school like his mom. They're not great at insults. They have a tiny brain. Females guard the nest during the day, while the male takes his turn at night. 42 days later, the cutest little babies are born, and they are nearly ready to fend for themselves. But of course, the burning question is why? Why the ostrich? Here's the best guess right now. About 66 million years ago, an extinction event killed off all the dinosaurs, but also all land animals over about 50 pounds. Before that, being a small animal on the ground was a bit like riding a tricycle in a mosh pit. The sudden lack of predators gave some birds the opportunity to hang out on the ground a bit more. One branching lineage of birds seems to have produced a number of species that lost flight independent of one another. These are known as the ratites, the emu, rhea, cassowary, kiwi, and the ostrich. Ratite comes from the Latin for raft, and all of these birds have lost their keel, an extension of the breastbone to which flight muscles attach. For whatever reason, this lineage seems predisposed to become birds of the ground. A few, like the ostrich and the extinct elephant bird, became giants as they cornered their ecological niche. Others, like the kiwi, if held by the beak, look like a floppy popsicle. Sometimes people may expect you to fly, but if you see an opportunity to run instead, you run as fast and hard as you can until you're the fastest thing on two legs. Who gives a crap what people expect of you? That is how the ostrich do. The dominant Oh, this is a good one, Jerry. Why didn't you use this? Oh, the feather got stuck to it. How many times did you do this? Oh, this is the chick emerging from the egg. That's not bad, Jerry. I don't think we can use it, but I think you're really going above and beyond. Just as a coda, one of the ostriches asked me to read this. Dear viewer, ostriches don't stick their heads in the sand. If you keep saying that, I will stick my head in your butt. You know, as I'm reading it, I feel like he might not have thought that all the way through. But at this point, I think it's between you and the bird.
This is NBD, a new brand of plant-powered products that really clean. Because cleaning is no big deal.
This is Leonard. Leonard is a mud skipper fish. From the front, mud skippers look a bit like a profile picture of a middle-aged divorced dad on Tinder. Chillin' poolside in Cabo, just had the guacamole #spicy. However, Leonard is a very special fish. Doink doink. Mud skippers are a fish that spend a portion of their day living out of the water. Most fish, if you take them out of the water, become a bit of a downer. And by that I mean dead. But Leonard isn't dead, because Leonard can breathe air. He can do this through his specialized skin and by gulping air into his mouthparts, which are lined with blood vessels very close to the surface. Getting around isn't easy. If your basic body plan is designed to do floaty-floaty in the water, gravity can be a bit of a bitch. Our fish ancestors had bony muscular fins. Fins that could evolve into strong limbs and elbows to help push against gravity as they crawled onto shore. Jerry, what is this footage? I'm talking about an ancient fish crawling out of the... Well, this isn't better. Yes, I can see she's crawling, Jerry, but she's a person. All right, well, that's a dead fish. But mudskippers come from a different evolutionary line of fish. Fish with floppier webbed fins. Excellent demonstrating, Leonard. The same line that led to the goldfish. And I'm not judging the goldfish. I know it's hard with the ping-pong balls at the state fair and the toilet flushing, but you wouldn't really ask a goldfish to help you move apartments. But Mudskipper don't give a crap what line he's from. Mudskipper will use the parts he was given, with a few little modifications. Its pelvic fins on the bottom are fused to form a sort of suction cup. This allows them to hold on to surfaces and even climb. Imagine what you could climb if you had sticky nipples. For a casual stroll, the Mudskipper employs a movement called crutching, which looks a little like trying to get to the remote after squats day at the gym. It props itself up with its pelvic fins and then pulls itself forward with its pectoral fins, dragging its motionless tail behind. But if the going gets rough, or it needs a bit of extra speed, the tail springs into action. It curls and digs in and helps propel the body forward. Whoa there, Tiger. Sorry, I have to show you the leaping blenny. It's a different fish that uses a similar movement, but with a twist. And sometimes the twist gets a little out of control. It just looks fun. Having speed and good ups helps if you're a carnivore, which many mudskippers are. It's like he's smoking a little cigar. Yeah, see? But eating on land brings another challenge for the fish. Here, try this. Lie down on your stomach in front of a chicken nugget. Now try and swallow that nugget without using your tongue. I can see you're not doing it. Well, then don't start thinking about your tongue. Don't concentrate on the big, fleshy, slug-like thing filling up your mouth. In any case, the mudskipper doesn't have a tongue. So to swallow on land, the mudskipper seems to use water that it stores in its mouth parts as a kind of hydro-tongue. It pushes water out of its mouth as it grabs its food, and then it kind of sucks it all back in. And the water helps transport the food back towards the tummy parts. Now, to prove that it was the water, they did it again, but this time they put the food on, I quote, the center of Always Ultra Normal Plus sanitary pads. With the water absorbed, the food could not make its way back to the tum-tum. And the mudskipper has an interesting story to tell his friends. Science. The mudskipper needs water. It is a fish after all, and it likes to be moist. Like that drip of sweat rolling down the small of your back into your butt crack because you decided to wear jeans on that hike, sort of moist. Moist. Like testicles in a freezing pool, its eyeballs can retract into dermal cups that retain water to keep them moist. For protection and mating, the mudskipper digs burrows with its mouth, one of the bummers of not being able to use a shovel. They are very territorial animals. Sometimes a simple dorsal fin display is enough to ward off a trespasser, but other times... Oh, when it's time to lay eggs, the male and female retreat into the burrow. The eggs are placed in an air-filled chamber because the surrounding water lacks oxygen. When it's hatching time, the male gulps the air out of the chamber. Submerged in water, the mudskipper babies can hatch and swim up and out of their hidey holes to the surface. Remember, just because you don't have the big, bony, muscly fins doesn't mean that you can't do incredible things with what you are given. That is how the mudskipper do. Da-doink doink. Just had first date with Karen. She's very assertive. Love it. She got us free dessert because her bloomin' onion wasn't cut right. Seems to know the manager. Hashtag hot.
Anything your wild child does, Pampers Cruisers 360 Fit can too. With a stretchy waistband and adaptive 360 Fit. So they can move the way they were born to.
Meet Marvin. Marvin is a very cute leafhopper nymph in the family Psychedelidae. Marvin's a bit of a show-off. Put your tongue back in your mouth, Marvin. Mildred is also a leafhopper baby, and she's very proud of her new dress. Good posing, Mildred. We like your dress too. Here is Mildred pictured next to a ballpoint pen, so you can get a sense of how hard it was for her to write her novel. Ernesto got the fancy class photo package. But Ernesto gets a little nervous on class photo day. Don't worry, you look fantastic. Now, Demia is a plant hopper nymph, a close relative of the leafhopper, but in the infraorder Fulguromorpha. You may have noticed something about her choice in accessorizing. Thank you, Demia. Yes, that's what I was talking about. Many plant hopper babies can produce wax from special glands and create sort of a full-body mullet. Business up front and party in the, well, butt. These waxy tails may offer protection if a chasing predator tries for a quick bite. Some tails are a bit uptight, like a Virgo, kind of a get nervous if the cup's too close to the edge type tail. Others are more drink right out of the OJ container and wear yesterday's underwear kind of tails. More Sagittarius, you know. And then there's Mildred. Mildred's her own damn sign of the zodiac. She just marches around like a tiny snuffleupagus on a high humidity day. Mildred is camouflaging herself. See, you can barely find her. Not all plant hopper babies exude wax, but they are very good jumpers. They can accelerate from 0 to 12 miles an hour in less than a millisecond. Ready? There. Plant hopper nymphs have little gears, actual gears on their thigh parts. These gears ensure that the jumping legs are synchronized during takeoff, and after they snap back, ready for the next jump. Another group of relatives of plant hoppers and leaf hoppers are tree hoppers in the family Membracidae. Here a whole herd of babies are tended to by their ant babysitters. These ants are waiting to collect little drops of honeydew, which is the prettiest name for a turd in nature. Just this morning I had a bout of chili cheese fries dew. All of these hoppers, even the babies, eat the sap of plants, which is so rich in sugars that they poop it out, often right into the mouth of a waiting ant. The ant gets food and the baby stays clean, which is important because this sugary residue can attract deadly bacteria and mold. Some nymphs have specialized anal tubes, which is fun to say. Not as fun as anal dimple, but it is still fun to say. I know you're thinking, what's so special about an anal tube? Don't I have an anal tube? Technically, yes. But can yours do this? This leafhopper nymph, for example, can extend its anal tube right out of its butt, like a 2-click nubbin on a mechanical pencil. This extension helps it deposit dew further away from its body if there are no butt-munching ants about. Sadly for the ants, this particular anus is as disappointing as an empty tube of Pringles. Just the crumbs. Leaf, tree, and plant hopper babies grow up to be some of the most fashion-forward adults in the animal kingdom. Leafhopper adults are into patterns and prints, like Emilio Pucci, but with a 30-million-year head start. You name it. Something patriotic? How about a bit more subtle? How about a highlighter got into a fight with a glow stick? How about something more like I have a green and yellow crayon, but only 5 seconds to color? I'm going to a black tie event and then a rave. Do you have something? Plant hopper adults are more into playing with form and accessorizing. Some keep their waxy tails. Others grow a nose-like protrusion that helps them get under bark and at the sap beneath. Oh, I'm sorry, carry on. Plant hopper adults have a high degree of specialization, often mimicking other insects as a form of defense. Like seriously, who would with that? Now, tree hopper adults have an obsession with hats that would make a milliner or haberdasher squeal. Many tree hoppers have an enlarged pronotum or first segment of their thorax, which creates kind of a helmet. One scientist proposed that this structure had evolved from a third pair of wings. And then another scientist said, oh, interesting. Too bad you're totally wrong. In that way that the best science is often a long, slow, passive-aggressive argument. With this helmet, the tree hopper can mimic thorns and wasps and ants. Even tiny helicopters or tattoos of hearts with thorns on them. Some even look like Maleficent, dressed up as an even more badass Maleficent. Here is one poking around for a vein on a leaf like a hungover nurse on blood drive day. These are truly some of the most varied and delightful creatures, and I love them. Especially this one. He's very cute. And it makes me thankful for the scientists and enthusiasts, giants compared to these tiny creatures that some call pests, hunkered down training their macro lenses on leaves, because they're curious. Another relative of the leafhopper is the rockhopper. Jerry, they're penguins. I know they have hopper in their name, but they're penguins.